today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Have come and gone. It's off to Week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
The former MVP in his 12th season leading them out. He's got more rushing touchdowns than any quarterback in NFL history. Cam Newton.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved? Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Another tote for Etienne.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week.
23 carries, 134 yards, and the score, too.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36.
Etienne up the middle. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
The Jaguars at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Running out of the gun with Etienne.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now they'll run it on the toss. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jags will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Los Angeles taking the field, led by Justin Herbert, third-year man out of Oregon, whose career is off to an incredibly productive start.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
Herbert on first down now. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And some room to work.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
From the 29, Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
On the move to his left. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack.
Herbert. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Travis Etienne and the Jags offense set to take over again here.
A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
That last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague of both of ours, Troy Aikman.
Yeah, played from 1989 to 2000, and Troy Aikman, he was about winning. Because remember, he had Michael Irvin to throw it to. We had Emmitt Smith to hand it to. Just imagine if he was throwing it the way they throw it around nowadays. His numbers, boy, would they be sky high.
From the 50, Newton. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 38-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Newton to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Etienne.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. And they'll go again with Etienne.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Newton now to throw. Touchdown, Jaguars! A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, down in this part of the field, CD, they'd love to get him the football, and right there, a little pitch and catch for the score.
Yeah, and he's such a weapon when it's that close to the end zone, and they love being able to rely on him to make those kind of catches. Talk about trust, talk about confidence, and he produces.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Some good games coming up here in Week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight, the Niners and Broncos from Denver. 49er fans are probably saying, wait, I thought we were done with Russell Wilson. No, they'll see him tonight. And then on Monday night, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium kicking off at 8:15 Eastern.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And down he goes just beyond the 35, and that pretty move got him some extra space to run. 2nd and 5 now. Herbert being chased out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Buying time. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
Jacksonville offense gets the ball back. Travis Etienne and company head back out there.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Throwing on 2nd down, Newton.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Off play action, Newton. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
Now it's Newton. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Allen's first catch, good for a 1st down.
And we're pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
From the 41, Herbert caught by Allen. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. They'll try to pick up the 1st with Eckler. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. To throw again on second down. Herbert, he dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll be brought down at the 27. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Herbert. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Herbert now. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Herbert throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen, here's Spiller. Touchdown! Isaiah Spiller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Isaiah Spiller, taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton on the run. He'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball. They tried to throw on 2nd down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the gun, here's Newton. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers going to take over here one more time before the half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Charger drive about to get going.
So out of the locker rooms, here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Third and long. It's Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. From the 41, Newton. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. To throw is Newton. And Ingram hauls it in. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. There's going to be a jet sweep. Newton bats it forward. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2nd and 9. Here's Newton. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 19. From the red zone now, Newton. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. A handoff for Etienne. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 60 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Here's Newton. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Patterson's kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
L.A. readies for its next possession. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A running play on 1st down will get 4 up to the 29.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Herbert.
He gets this out to Spiller.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
On the return, here's Agnew. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton.
He'll get that underneath Etienne.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Newton.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Newton now to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end.
And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Newton.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Newton throwing again.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. 3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, Newton. A short throw to Ingram.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now Newton. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the 1st down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Draw play, Etienne.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley from 10 yards out.
And the Jaguars are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Herbert on first down now. On the screen, complete to Spiller. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Dumps it off for Spiller. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The Jaguars on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's a give to ETN. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Here we go on fourth. Herbert, he rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Andre Sisco.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick six will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Possession switching back now to the Chargers. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This fielded right at the goal line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmaker.
Herbert has it knocked free.
And the Jags grab it. And they've got it very deep in enemy territory. It's inside the 5 at the 3-yard line, 1st and goal. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Following the fumble recovery, Newton rolling to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. They'll try to run this one in. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Kingsley Kiki.
He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
On 1st and 10, Herbert got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw here, Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. From the 50, here's Herbert. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Herbert on third down now. And that is incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
On second down, a run with Etienne.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A nice little juke. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On first down, Justin Herbert over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Underneath to Spiller.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Play action. It's Herbert. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. 23 yards on the play. Herbert back to the air. Flushed.
Herbert has it knocked free.
And the Jags grab it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything